I have to say. This is a huge room. A lot of people have complimented me on this space as if I have anything to do with it. But it's remarkable to look across this room and see so many friends and so many supporters. You chose to come here tonight. You didn't have to do that. As many of you New Yorkers know, this is the high season for galas in New York. The spring is, you can tell it's spring because the shad are running in the Hudson River and crocuses are blooming in Prospect Park, and you get 20 gala invitations for each week in April. But you chose to come here tonight, and we take that as a compliment and as a sign of support, and that means a lot to us. Thank you. I have to say, it's a funny aside. Those of you, there are many executive directors of nonprofit organizations here and many board members, and so you all will know this to be the case, that putting on a gala is a lot like organizing a wedding, and there are lots of similarities. There are questions about whether to seat Aunt Millie closer to the bar or closer to the bathroom. There are questions about whether Dave is going to insult people at the table and where can we put him to do the least harm possible. But then there are lots of differences too. For example, in my own wedding about 17 years ago, we never thought to invite the first African American Attorney General of the United States, Eric Holder. Well, we thought about it, but we figured you'd say no. We never thought to invite the president of Microsoft and chief legal officer, Brad Smith. When we renew our vows, we will. Fair warning, and we expect you to be there. We never imagined that phenom, actor, and director Nate Parker would grace us with his presence. Nate, when we got married, you were still in high school, I think, and your parents probably just didn't give you the message. So lots of similarities, and I feel extraordinarily grateful to be here. I have lots of thank yous, and so I hope you'll bear with me. The first important thanks that I have to offer are to the remarkable co-chairs of the Gala Committee, Mylan Dennerstein and Martine Beeman. And the whole committee, which was comprised of Vera trustees and then a number of other friends. This has been a record-breaking gala for us. We couldn't be more proud. Your hard work made it possible. Thank you. And then I have to thank many of the public servants who are here tonight. There are many to name. I'm grateful not only for your support to come and celebrate this great organization, but for the alliances we have to improve our systems of justice. Zachary Carter, Corporation Counsel for the City of New York. Whoa, I had no idea that I was up there. If you applaud after every name, then it's going to take a long time. So, Alfonso David, who is the counsel to Governor Cuomo. Elizabeth Glazer, who is the mayor's director of criminal justice. Carmelyn Milelis, who is the commissioner of human rights. Melissa Mark Viverito, the speaker of the city council. Commissioner Joseph Pont, head of the corrections department. Nassau County District Attorney Madeline Singas. The director of New York City operations, Mindy Tarlow. Cy Vance, the district attorney for Manhattan. Gail Brewer, Manhattan's Borough President, and council members Richie Torres, Carlos Manchaca, and Brad Lander. Have I left anyone out? President Obama? I'm sorry, I didn't see you back there. Thank you for coming. So most of all, I really want to thank all of you because you're here to support the Vera Institute of Justice. And in doing so, you are our co-conspirators in creating and building a justice system that is more fair, that delivers safety, and delivers equal justice, and strengthens communities. And your support is absolutely necessary for that. And you're supporting an institution that really is what I would describe as a New York institution. Our founder, Herb Sturz, is here tonight. There's Herb. Herb, is this what I have to look forward to at some point? It'll take a while. Vera really is a true New York City institution. It's like Katz's Deli, except it's less fattening. But it's a remarkable place, and it is a remarkable, remarkable place that is striving to do more and to deliver more justice at a moment in history that is unlike any other. There has never been more attention to matters of justice in this country, attention from the public, from the media, from elected leaders. And we at Vera know that we need to make the very most of this opportunity, and we're trying to do it in all sorts of big and important ways. We are trying to drive big ideas. We believe that it's possible that we in this country can learn from other countries. So last year we took a delegation of public leaders, including the governor of Connecticut, to Germany to understand that country's criminal justice system and to learn from it, and to open their eyes about the possibilities of what could be here. We believe in the power of evidence and data, and a team of my colleagues at Vera pulled together 14 million data points over the course of a few months last year and helped us to learn and understand that when you think about mass incarceration, it is driven not by big cities like New York City and Los Angeles and Chicago, but by many small and medium-sized counties around the country. It was a new piece of knowledge. We are working increasingly around the country on matters of reducing solitary confinement, bringing college education back into prisons, encouraging public housing authorities to welcome people who have spent time in prison who wish to return with their families. And we're doing this through competitions, through races to the top, where we're asking the very best and most prepared jurisdictions to work with us and help achieve change. So we're making the most of the opportunities that we have, and I am delighted to be running the organization at this time. Thank you for supporting us. But I know that you're actually not here just to support the Vera Institute of Justice. You're actually here, I believe, every one of you, because you share values. You share values that we have. You believe in second chances. You believe that a society, that a family, that communities work best when people are given second chances. And if you're like me, you know that you have gotten second chances, and you've probably gotten 100th chances. And that's what we need to provide to people who have made mistakes in their lives and wish to turn things around. My guess is that you believe that it is important for a country, for a community, for a family to put out a helping hand to a young person who comes to it in need, that you don't turn your back, you reach out to help, that that's the mark of a society we can be proud of and of a family we can be proud of. You believe, as I do, that mercy is more important than vindictiveness, and when we think about our families and our homes, and we think about the society that we wish to be in, that those things are the markers of what we wish to define us. So I know that you're here because you share those values, and that's deeply meaningful. And so those values are really only as good as the ability for society to deliver them to people and to make sure that their experience in life is one that is colored by the application of those values in their daily settings. So we're here for some people in particular. We're here for Delphinette, who is a colleague of mine now, but a number of years ago she was arrested in New Orleans for shoplifting $300 worth of merchandise out of Macy's. She was locked up. She could not afford bail. And so for 60 days, she sat in Orleans Parish Prison until she was finally released, because at 60 days, that was the deadline for which the district attorney had to bring charges, and they decided not to bring charges. And you're here for others. You're here for Danny Murillo, another colleague of mine, who was arrested and incarcerated some time ago as a young man, as a 16-year-old, for robbery. 15-year sentence. He spent 6 years in solitary confinement because there was concern about gang affiliation, and the evidence for that was a calendar in his cell that had Aztec and Mayan symbols on it, and a newsletter from the Chicano Prison Law Project. But he is now working to bring college education back into prison. And you're here for people like Enrique, who Sonia wrote about. You'll meet Sonia later on tonight, who took a dangerous journey to come to America to follow his mom 11 years after she traveled to the United States to make money that she could then send back home. So all of our values connect to people. So now this is where it gets hard. We'll see if I can actually make it through this. There's one more person who I want to acknowledge. Last weekend, the son of a colleague lost his life to an evil disease. And I raise this because I was at the funeral, and his parents, who are remarkable warriors for justice and social justice, have dedicated their lives to that. You could see how much they had influenced him and how much they helped to shape his own views of justice and his own commitments in his life. And so we're here for that generation too. My sons, Wiley and Malcolm, are, hey, get off your phones, boys. Sorry, I just had to say that. They're actually not on their phones. But I like to say that at the dinner table, and it's fun to say it in front of 500 people. So we're here for the next generation. All of you are, because at the end of the day, it is hugely important. We have a massive amount of work to do to reform our justice system, to deliver the things that I talked about at the outset of my remarks. And that's why all of us are here. It is a function of our values, of what we wish to leave for our children, of the people who we want to help, all of which makes for the society that we know we need to have and that we need to construct. There's another set of people who I think some of you have hopefully gotten a chance to meet, and that's my colleagues from the Vera Institute of Justice. And many of them are sitting at your tables tonight, and hopefully you got a chance to talk to some of them during cocktails. And they're a remarkable bunch, because at the end of the day, the fact that you are here and the fact that you are supporting this organization means that they are able to do the work that we do and to deliver everything that we deliver that hopefully makes this a better country. And they're a tremendous group. I could not be prouder of them. They are persistent, honorable, fun, funny, optimistic, gritty, indefatigable or indefatigable, depending upon whether you say it right or wrong. I don't know. They are all of that. And so if you get a chance to talk to them tonight, please do. But let me right now introduce you to them with this video. Thank you.